I just wanted to do a review of my Fenix LD22 flashlight that I've had for just over about a month and a half now. And so far I'm very pleased with this flashlight. It works well. It's got 4 settings. It's 190 lumens on the turbo mode. It has a high, mid, and low setting. It's 92 lumens on high, 42 lumens on mid, and then 3 lumens on low. And I actually use it most of the time just on low. It gives you the best run time, and also it's pretty bright just on the low setting. It does well for most of your uses that you'd need a flashlight for, but you can also turn it up to the mid, high, and even the turbo mode. On turbo it's supposed to last about 2.5 hours. On high, 5 hours, almost 6 hours. On the mid setting it's supposed to last 15 hours, and on the low setting it's supposed to last 110 hours. It comes with 2 AA batteries, which it takes. That was one of the reasons that I wanted to buy this light. I've seen some of the other like Surefire and even some of the other Fenix lights that have like the CR123A batteries. I didn't really want to do that just because those are a lot more money to buy. They don't really have rechargeable ones that you can get very easily, and for the cost it was a lot more for those lights as well. This one's relatively cheap. I got it for about 60 bucks at REI, and so far for the price it's been awesome. You have your on and off switch here on the tail cap, and that is going to be your low setting. I don't think the camera is going to be able to show you the other settings very well, but that's low. You have this button here that changes, so this is low. That's going to be your mid. That's your high, and that's your turbo. So your low, medium, high, and turbo. Can't really see, but I'm going to do a comparison outside for you as well. And then if you hold this down for a couple of seconds, it goes into a strobe mode, and if you hold it down for about 5 to 6 seconds, it will do the SOS feature. So it'll automatically do SOS. And according to the manual, it says that the SOS will use the high setting, so at 92 lumens, and the strobe setting is the full power at 190 lumens. You press this once more to go back to your modes here. A few different things that I've seen other people, if you do use like a battery that you buy at the store that's a 1.5 volt, so any of your Duracell Energizer, things like that, that's just your standard 1.5 volt, there will be a problem right in the beginning where you'll only have 3 modes instead of 4. Essentially you'll have the mid, high, and turbo modes, but you won't have the low. And apparently it's a known issue with this light where the voltage needs to drop slightly before the low setting will actually be available. I haven't found this to be a problem. And when I owned it, or excuse me, when I first bought it, it didn't have the low feature yet just because the batteries were so new. But if you buy any rechargeable batteries, for example, I plan to use just like a standard Duracell rechargeable battery. That way I can use it and just recharge them. These are 1.2 volt, so this will actually right out of the box give you the low setting. Some people, some reviews that I've seen have complained about this. To be honest, I don't think it's an issue. I've used mine just fine. I still haven't even changed the battery since I've owned it, and I've had it for just over a month and a half. I've taken it all around the house using it for different things. I've taken it camping and hunting in the wilderness as well, and it's held up great. It comes with this case here that you can put it in, which goes on your belt. You got your belt loops here, and you can just put the light in the case here, Velcro it down. I've done this quite often. It holds on to your belt pretty good. The only thing that's not really a complaint, but just kind of something that I've noticed, is that when it's on my belt, it has a tendency to move side to side pretty easily, considering the belt loop is pretty big. It's not an issue though. Hasn't bothered me any. It also comes with a little lanyard here that you can hook on the back. It's got little slots here that you can hook that to. And also this is the R5 LED. It's the Cree XPG, but it's the R5 version. It's supposed to give you about 50,000 hours. And then, like I said, it uses just a AA battery. So I thought a lot about getting a different light with different batteries and things like that, or even getting a light with a built-in rechargeable battery. And I figured, if I'm in a situation where my light runs out and I need light immediately after that, I don't want to have to wait to recharge it, or I don't have to worry about trying to find a specific battery, things like that. With a AA, I can just take a pack of rechargeable batteries with me wherever I'm going. Most likely, unless I'm using the light a ton on turbo, it's not going to die on a single trip. So that way I'll be able to have full use of it and not worry about, you know, trying to recharge it or waiting for it to recharge or things like that. So let's go ahead and try and do some light settings, and we'll show you just the brightness of how this works. Okay, I'm going to try and show you the different settings for the light. Start off, this is low, and it doesn't look that bright on camera, but it's actually not bad. You'd be able to see and do a lot of things this way. And then we'll kick it up to the medium. You can tell a significant difference here. And then even more on high, and then on turbo it's even higher here, so you can tell that it definitely kicks it up quite a bit. This is low. You can see the leaves and different things on the ground. If we kick it up, medium, you can tell a lot finer detail. High, even brighter. And then finally turbo. Turbo mode, you can see pretty much anything. And again, this is on camera, it doesn't seem as good. In person, see, for example, you can't even be able to see the low here until I shine it, but I can actually see out there. It's just the camera's not registering it. It's not going to show until we start kicking it to medium, high, and then turbo. So anyway, it's a great little flashlight. You can't really beat the price for the amount of lumens, the durability and things that you get. It's waterproof up to IPX8, and I've stuck mine underwater and it's worked fine and held up. So overall, it's a really good flashlight. I'd recommend it. Very satisfied with it so far. So if you like it and you're thinking about it, go ahead and get one. I thought a lot about and researched quite a bit before I bought this, and so far I'm really happy with it.